Hello everyone, welcome back to more Far and Away. Before we continue, Pete, we actually need to resolve the Terrorbird XP from last session. Currently 3 out of 5 Terrorbirds to the next XP.
So you thought 6.
We get XP and we're 4 out of 5 then?
Yeah, so we get 25 XP, if I'm mathing that right.
You're mathing.
25 XP it is.
So, you currently stand surrounded by the corpses of those you slayed. You're still in the large open plains area. You still feel the pulling towards the corpse trees in the centre of this map in particular.
You still got that feeling, John?
Yeah, but I'm also having a different kind of headache. You most likely see a hoof print on...
John, I think everybody saw that. You probably need to, I don't know, get to know Fred better. God, I don't know how this works.
It's coming from over there. John points to the trees.
Check it out.
If I see any more terrorbirds or anything else.
Would you like to roll me a perception check? So, as you look around, you look across the large expanse, and though you don't see anything immediately, you do see shadows move in amongst the trees.
I would relay that information. Yeah, so guys, I do see movement.
Is that in the direction of that pull you're feeling?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so whomever or whatever we're here to save is likely still alive. I mean, we should probably go over and check things out, but I guess we should stay on our guard in case they're a bit jittery and attack us.
But I do feel like we should stick together.
Yeah, I see no reason not to.
And I start making my way.
Okay then. Bear in mind, each square is actually worth more than 5 feet at the moment. Did I set it to 10 feet per square?
Yeah, you did.
You're actually covering more distance than you think you would be. So you're slowly approaching the trees, just straight approaching them.
Yeah, cautiously though, but I would approach the trees.
Brandon would be walking with John.
Okie dokie.
I assume Moira will just move with Brandon.
You do start to notice heads start poking out the trees looking towards you all.
Why do they have this kind of aura around them? Like this reddened mist. You see that?
I do. Do they look like they're fighting together?
They're stood beside each other.
Stood at the side of each other, looking towards us and appeared to be aggressive?
Yes.
Okay, I think, get information, I think we're in for another fight.
Should we try to talk to the birds this time?
Try it once, John, but if they charge us, I'm attacking.
Yes, armor factors on myself.
Brandon is going to prepare
Precaution.
a firebolt if one of them starts charging, and you can decide what Moira wants to do, if anything, Pete, since we're out of combat at the moment.
Yeah, she will simply draw a bow. So, what are you doing, John? They're mostly staying in the tree line, they're not advancing forward at the moment.
Do we have jerky with us or something?
Yeah.
I would try to throw a piece of jerky towards them.
Can I just ask, as a general aside, Pete, is it all still flat plains where we are at the moment?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, just wanted to make sure before we carried on.
The rocks are obscuring vision to a degree. For instance, the rocks could be climbed on top of. Trees obviously are blocking views, etc. But otherwise it's flat plains with grass and shrubbery.
Are the terrorbirds large enough to attack us if we are in the tree? So let's say this tier.
I mean, you could climb into the tree and you would be out of immediate pecking distance.
I think I'm gonna start climbing. If you're willing to help, Moira, I want to climb this tree.
Okay, well, so they go off to climb a tree. Jim, what are you doing?
I would a little closer and throw it towards them.
Okay. Roll me for animal handling.
It's 16.
After you've thrown the jerky out, one of them does start to move forward a little bit towards it. But as it takes several steps forward, one of the darker ones grabs it from behind with its beak and pulls it backwards.
So there is a hierarchy.
Maybe what kind of color is that? Teal? Maybe the teal ones are children and the darker ones are adults.
Or they're just generally subordinate to them.
Could also be.
Perhaps it's different genders. If it's the same species but different genders, you would say the colorful ones would be the man, the dull colored ones are female.
That is usually how it goes with birds.
But these are prehistoric ancestors.
From a different planet.
Yeah.
Well, dimension probably at this point, but yeah.
So, they don't advance any further.
Good news, they're not hostile. DM. From this vantage point that Moira helped me climb, do I see anything in the center area?
Roll me perception.
Oh, 19.
As you are now looking into the center from a heightened vantage point, you see trees, see shapes moving around, and you hear louder clacking, and you see a larger shape moving up towards the trees in front.
There's most likely a bigger one.
But I don't see, let's say, a person hiding in a tree, scared for their life.
No, you don't.
How do you wish to approach this?
Full frontal assault is probably going to be suicide.
Yeah. The goal of why we're here is to save or help someone or something. So I think we should A, be cautious about it, and B, figure out who we need to help.
I think calling out with thaumaturgy is a good one, maybe.
As long as that doesn't scare the birds.
Or spook the birds into attacking us.
Yeah.
By the way, is it just the birds here that can we see?
What you can see. But it doesn't really show it that well on the map. This is largely unseeable through there.
Okay, so yeah, we just don't have much visibility. Even David from high up, I guess, can't really see.
He can see more than you.
But what I mean, he can't really see much more besides the movement.
Yeah. I can cast invisibility onto someone if someone wants to sneak in and have a look.
Who would be willing to go?
You?
Guys, just one thing before we actually decide on this plan. Do you think it might be a good idea to walk around to see if there's terror birds on the other side? Just still do the invisibility thing, but if there's like a safer point of entry so you're not actually having to...
Are they eating the jerky now?
Those two are, yes. As you guys moved away.
I throw peas over here then.
Bring them towards us?
Often how domestication starts, I think.
Sure, give it a try. I'm just staying safely here, ready to blast if needed.
Maybe we should act somewhat quickly whilst a couple of them are at least distracted by the jerky.
I agree. Better to scout ahead right now. Invisibility lasts for an hour, as long as you don't cast any spells or harm anyone. So you could even do that stealthily. So that's one. Two, if I look at the circle of trees and bushes in front of us, it gives me the feeling that this is a nest of some kind.
Terror bird nest.
Yeah.
Most likely.
And the big one is probably, I'm gonna say mother, but could also be the father. There might also be another big one.
I mean, it could be an even bigger one. That might not actually be... That's just the biggest variant that we've seen. I mean,
I think it's the biggest one. Because if you get bigger than that, it's and cost-wise and energy-wise, it's not feasible for some animals, especially one that has to run and exert a lot of energy to get food. Because the bigger you are, the more energy you need to consume.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just erring on the side of caution. It makes sound sense, David, but not everything, as we've learned, adheres to
Makes
our logic.
sense, true. I could either make someone invisible, or I could try and create a illusion, let's say a wyvern that we saw, to try and scare them, but that will be either fight or flight for them.
It's your silent image, though, right?
Yeah.
So someone else would have to probably make the sound to actually make that somewhat convincing.
Yes.
Which Jung could do with thaumaturgy, or I could do with minor illusion, but that's only 30 foot.
Can you create a sound with minor illusion?
Yes, I can actually.
No, then we just do that.
The only
Because thaumaturgy only booms her voice.
Yeah.
Doesn't create a voice, right?
It booms my voice and I can create like random sounds like crows. I don't know.
While you guys are talking,
I
several of them
feel
start to advance out of the tree line.
There's more over there. Oh, they're going this way. So,
Make Jun invisible. We don't have time for anything else.
I cast invisibility on June. Go and search the nest, see what's there.
We'll distract him, I suppose.
I recommend also getting into a tree line, Brennan.
Can he get into that tree, or does he need to go to a different one?
I'm going to say 2's probably going to be the limit.
Yeah, he would probably dash up rather than down. Yeah, so he's going to dash for the tree and climb.
June, roll me stealth. So, we're at 18. One of them does click their head to the side as you're moving briefly, but it doesn't then focuses back on the main tree. So, consider roll initiative at this point to track movements, etc. Okie dokie. So, top of the turn order goes to Moira.
They are advancing aggressively, yeah?
They're not charging, they're moving forward, focusing on the tree.
Okay, Moira probably won't attack immediately because she probably wants to buy Jun time. So if they start charging the tree, then she'll witch bolt. But for now, she's holding action.
Kara's turn.
I think she will go towards this tree, dashing 60.
Okay, and with that, it's the birds' turns. These ones are going to go for the second batch of jerky that you threw. These ones are going to continue moving forward at a slow pace towards the tree. They do see you up there, and they are looking at you.
But right now they're just looking.
Yeah, they're approaching, their heads somewhat lowered, their little wings at the front, moving out and back in as they move.
It's more out of curiosity than hostility, I think.
Jen's turn.
Dash. Do I see anything from here?
Roll me a perception to look through the bushes. You don't see anything visually around you, you just see bushes and trees and rocks.
Is the pool now pulling me here?
Pulling you centrally.
And Splinter would help Brandon. Alright, that is my turn.
David.
I throw some jerky, a bit of
Okay.
versions.
Is that the end of your turn?
No, that's the end of my turn.
Brandon, I think, like Moira, will probably shoot off a fireball because I think that's the only thing that will probably reach onto the big one if they start charging the tree. But for now, he's just going to hold action.
Okay. Back around to Moira.
Same thing for Moira, really. And now it's Kara.
She will just stay with the dogs, because it's safer, hiding in the bush.
Oh, you want to hide? Roll for stealth.
Nice.
Rolls into the bush. Breaks off the branches that facing that way. Just
know
leaving
what?
herself exposed.
I think she falls back into the bush and tries to do a snow angel in the leaves.
Okay, and with that, it's their turn again. So Kara's attempt at stealth is going to instead attract the attention of the two little ones that were moving their way forward. They start moving quite quickly. Smaller ones are now going to start eating the jerky here, but the bigger one is going to move in front of them towards the tree, and it's going to be standing there looking up towards Moira and David.
But the good news is, we're attracting all of them away from June.
Yeah, I guess
What do I see
that's the
from-
best we can do.
The end of their turn, and now it's Jun's turn.
What do I see from here?
As you make your way in, you see additional terror birds that are around the central area. As you're looking around, there are indeed nests on the floor with eggs in them. Towards the end of your turn, you also notice movements in the tree above you up here. You see a small green shape in the tree, 20 feet up.
Oh my fucking god.
Is that Phineas?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, is that you?
Suddenly the head darts around, starts looking.
Oh, you can't see me. I'm invisible.
And when you speak, the terror birds also start, heads jerk up and start looking around.
But I start climbing into the tree.
Start climbing the same tree, yeah? There's basically difficult terrain rules for climbing. So how much movement did you have left?
I used 30 feet when I came here.
Okay, so if you dash, you got 30 feet worth of movement. These 20 feet up.
I will be halfway the tree.
End of your turn.
That's my turn.
David.
I would like to use Mage Hand, since it isn't concentration, towards this square, just to see how they would interact with it. And hopefully make them somewhat trusting, see if I can pet one.
Are you leaving it in the space, or are you actually putting it towards one of them?
I'm leaving it in a blank, and if they approach, because they're curious, then I will try and pet it.
Okay. Brandon. You see in the distance the terror birds are now approaching the tree.
I would probably say that Brandon would still wait until they actually attack before he does anything.
Okay. Moira's turn.
She is going to cast Dancing Lights over here, just seeing if she can kind of like claw a few of them there just to investigate it.
Okay. And is that the end of Moira's turn?
Yeah.
So Kara's isolated.
Can she, without drawing the attention of this group, trying to just intimidate these two from not approaching vulnerable, and I'll make a scary face.
You can roll intimidation if you can give me a good description of her action.
She will growl, first one, and then try to make her large, but still doing it within the bushes as to not draw any attention of the rest. So just only these two would see her.
Roll intimidation.
26.
Okay, so these birds are going to be coming towards Kara quite quickly, but she starts to growl, make herself look big as she can manage, and as she does so, they do suddenly skid to a stop, and those two are going to stop advancing briefly. Okay, we're on to the birds' turns. So, as the hand appears here, the smaller one is going to run straight in and just try to grab it. Its beak goes straight through it, and the lights appear here. Is going to cause the big one to turn its head briefly. These two are going to run towards them and just stand in front of them, start clacking the beaks towards them. But the big one is going to turn back around, right back towards David and Moira, and it's going to shimmy itself in place briefly before then jumping.